Good morning. It's Saturday morning. It's a beautiful day. This is Christina with Multifaceted Chris. I am starting a YouTube channel to go ahead and just show the world that you can be a busy woman, a single woman, all of these great things, and still have talents and be creative and flip things yourself on a budget. I've turned myself as a visionary on a budget, and so I just wanted to create a channel to just go ahead and let people see um, the proof behind the pudding, I guess, so to speak. On Saturday mornings, I do a lot of work. I work during the week, and on Saturday mornings, it's time to roll up your sleeves and get shit done. So I'm going to go ahead and give you guys just a small tour of my home so you can see the hard work that I have done and how I flipped my house. So let's show you some before and afters, okay? And I don't do the whole look good on your page kind of thing because it's Saturday and we're working. I'll show you when I look good another day. I was blessed enough about 4 years ago to purchase a townhome in Greensboro, North Carolina. That's where I reside. I purchased a townhome that was built in 1957, so you can only imagine the amount of work that was needed when I purchased this place. The previous owners did a lot to go ahead and start updating it to come into the modern standards of things and have like a modern look, but they didn't finish, so I pretty much just took over from where they left off. They had a lot of paint colors that didn't really mesh well together. They weren't my taste, but when I brought the home, I loved it. It was cozy, it was beautiful, and I just saw so much potential in it. I just purchased it, and I'm just going to show you guys updates from the changes that have been made. Our Boots, he's old as you can see with his gray little hairs. It's so cute. So you come into my house, and on my front door you can see like it's original to the home. It's a little faded now because the front of my townhome gets a lot of sun. So the front door used to be white, and now I have painted it black. I need to touch it up a little bit more, but just haven't had the time to just yet. And I got this this little wreath here, I think at Aldi for like $15. It used to be like a really bright green, but it's faded from the harsh sun that's in the front. But I love the way that it looks as it's gotten, I guess, sun damaged or sun bleached or whatever you want to call it. Oh, there's a bird on my front door. So then I also continued the paint with the black on the inside because I really like too bright, really dark interior doors. I don't know, I was just obsessed with it, and I didn't like it white, so I just decided to make it black here too. Here you can see a hodgepodge of all the things. Like you guys are saying, like this is my house on a normal basis. Like it's not always clean and fancy and beautiful and all that stuff, but I just wanted to have like a little hook to hang my jackets, my keys, because honestly, I'm one of those people, like, if I don't have a designated place to put my keys, I will leave my keys hanging in the front door, and I've done it before, multiple nights, and I live alone, and I don't need people running into my house and trying to kill me, you know? So, here's my designated key spot. And then I got this cute little Home Sweet Home sign from Joann's for like $10. Okay, and then over here on this side, I have my extremely large antique mirror that I purchased from a local antique store. I think I got it for like $15. It was like a regular antique gold, and I pretty much went ahead and just did like a black wash over it. I think on this one I used chalk paint as well. I just really like de-stressing things with chalk paint just because it gives a more rustic feel and a better finish. So you can see some of the details here. I absolutely love it. And it just gave a unique touch to something, you know, that you probably wouldn't expect to see in someone's front home or in someone's home. Just take an antique mirror and put black on it because I love the color black. I also have a lot of plants. These are my little greeters when I get home, in addition to my dog, of course. He's always going to be my best greeter. But I have a lot of plants at the front. There's some missing. Some have went on to greener pastures because I forgot to water them. Then I have some that are starting. But for the most part, I have plants here. It's just a little something I like to have to just welcome me home. I have my staircase. I actually was able to stain these rails myself. So I sand them down. I can't remember. I think they were like, it wasn't a cherry wood. I don't know what they were. Oh, maybe it was a cherry wood. Yeah, like a red cherry wood, yeah. And so I added like this mahogany finish on top of it, just to give it just a little bit more depth. I just really liked it. Now, in the future, what I would really love to do is take this carpet up and reveal the wooden stairs under it, because they're absolutely beautiful. And then put like a stair runner down the staircase. But that's a project I'm gonna need my dad to help me with, and he is not convinced. Like, I haven't been able to convince him that you know, we can actually do that. One more change that was done in here is this beautiful lights. Oh my gosh, I love this light so much. I added this flush lighting here. The light that was here before, it was a chandelier, and I'm tall, and the light actually was like hitting me in the head as I was coming in the house, so I'd have to duck around it, and you don't need that as you're coming home from work, so I decided to just go ahead and just change it. The hallway continues here. You can see I'm struggling finding a matching paint up here at the top, but again, I'm a real person and I'm showing you guys the truth here about my home. But I was able to do most of these updates myself. And when you're doing updates yourself, sometimes you forget what color you painted something, and then you run into these issues here. But it happens. So I got these black frames, a collection of antique frames and just frames I've collected over the years, and just turned it and even put a frame around my air conditioner or HVAC controller, because it just needed to go with the look. So I pretty much turned this into my family photo wall. I have a huge family, and I just took most of the pictures that mean so much to me and made them black and white, and then just made just a wall for my family. I love it so much. In this room here, right off of the front entrance, I have my dining room. Again, you guys are seeing my real house, like you see stuff on the floor. It is what it is. So sorry. I have another collection of frames that I've collected over the years, and went ahead and just super glued greenery to the frames. I'm trying to show you guys the best side of my nail, sorry. Greenery was super glued to these frames, and then I just took out the inside of the frames where it had like, if it was a photo previously, I just took the backs off of them and just disconnected the hooks from the back to make it an actual picture frame, and turned it into just a regular functional frame that I could add greenery to. I absolutely love plants, if you can't tell already. And I just wanted to make sure that greenery was in pretty much every single room of my home. These things I have here, they are really cute, little ethnic little something and others. Those are actually coasters that I got from Target. And I actually got them because I have a wood dining room table, and I was afraid that people were going to damage it, like what you can see here from many nights of playing games with alcohol, and the shot glasses messed up my table and the alcohol messed up my table, but it's okay. But I actually ended up liking the coasters on the wall because it just kind of flowed with the look, so I just don't have any coasters in here yet. That's just what that is. I got these really, really gorgeous chairs from a local antique store or consignment store called The Red Collection. I get a lot of things from them. My table came from Bella's house in Burlington, North Carolina. I get a lot of stuff from them as well. I recently added a rug here. If you follow me on Instagram, I did say when I had displayed this room that I was going to add a rug, and I finally have one. It's still in the process of being taped down. I haven't been able to do that just yet, but here we are. I got these curtains from, I believe, Home Goods. I'm pretty sure it was Home Goods because I love Home Goods. Just to give it a little cozy touch. Curtains in a dining room, I love it. And then I added or changed the chandelier from what it was to this beauty here. This chandelier was at my ex-boyfriend's house, and he had it at his front entrance. It was way too feminine for him. He was going to throw it away, and I snagged that sucker as fast as I could, and I was like, this is going to go in my future home. I didn't even have a house yet, but I knew that I wanted it, and I took it, and it was free. So here we are. I didn't do anything to it. It is original. I think I just took like some crystals off of it. I'm not a really big fan of crystals like that. So I took the crystals off and added greenery, just to let it have a little bit more interest. I love it. I just love it. Also in the dining room, I have this beautiful buffet side table that I purchased, and you can see again, this is real life here. This is stuff. I got these lamps in here from Kirkland's. I believe I paid like 30 bucks for them a piece. This buffet table was built in in the 1920s, I believe, and you can tell. I mean, this thing is freaking heavy. It has all these beautiful compartments. Turquoise and blue is my favorite color. Or blue, shades of blue, turquoise, whatever are my favorite colors. As you can see, it has tons of stuff in my home that's blue. Random things here for birthday parties and things like that. I host a lot of parties in my house. It's just what I do. And then I got this alabaster box from, I believe it was from Tuesday Morning. I paid like $5 for it. And then I just turned it into a planter and added these faux hydrangeas from Hobby Lobby. I got this mirror from Red Collection for, I believe, not a lot of money, 50 bucks maybe. Love it. And then my collection of alcohol, because I like to drink. My kitchen has been through a very beautiful transformation. I didn't have to do a lot in here. Thankfully, the owners have updated to these beautiful wood cabinets. Have tons of storage in here, even though it's a really small kitchen. It's a galley kitchen. I'm making some coffee. I have an old school coffee maker because I don't do those Keurigs. They don't make enough coffee for me. I like coffee. I'm gonna drink myself. There's storage in here. So we have these pull-out drawers. Love them so much. And then tons of drawers here. And it's not a lot of space in here, but it's enough for me. And I get everything I need out of this kitchen. So I just can't have a lot of family in here with me when we have gatherings at my house because it gets hot. So I updated the appliances, of course, the stainless steel. I was actually contemplating on gold chrome. I'm not sure if you guys have seen that yet, or like a rose gold chrome. It's coming. It's beautiful, but I couldn't get it fast enough, and my refrigerator had died like a few days before Christmas, and I needed a refrigerator so I could make a cake. And you know, stainless steel was the best option at the time. I updated the stove, microwave, and the dishwasher. I have lots of artwork in my house, and I wanted to make sure I have artwork in my kitchen. This is just like a photo that I love just to admire, like my grandmother's from the past. This photo reminded me of my grandma's old stove. And I just love this picture so much. It's like a little girl watching her grandmother cook, and that was me growing up. So I wanted to make sure I paid homage to my grandmother, plural, in my home. I also wanted to make sure, like when I wanted to buy my house, all I wanted in my house was a window in the kitchen. That didn't happen. So I put something else in front of, or a window in the kitchen in front of the sink so that I could look out of the window as I wash dishes. But that wasn't able to happen, so I added this cute little quote here just to have something to look at. God bless this home. Just a simple little reminder. And then in the corner, I recently had one of my other pet, Tippy, passed away, unfortunately. It was unexpected, but so I just added on this little sign here, rest in heaven, Tippy. So then my kitchen continues into the living room where I have a lot of stuff. So you'll see tons of artwork. That's my gallery wall that I've been working on for a while. Arts from various people I found throughout the years, various places, Instagram artists that I love so much. And then here, this is like my little area that I have just for my nephew. To have his little pictures. Those are his parents, my sister and my brother-in-law, his ultrasound, and then we haven't got a good picture of him yet, but that's his little frame. So that's just going to be in my little wall for my nephew. I added curtains in here. One thing I can say is that if you have a home that doesn't have really high ceilings, mine doesn't, you can put your curtains as high as you possibly can get them, and it will make your ceilings look so much taller. And that's what I did here. When I first bought the home, the curtain rods were like right on top of the window frame, and it looked ridiculous. So of course I took those off and updated them and just moved them up, made them beautiful, and made the ceilings seem like they were taller. I have this beautiful bay window that looks outside, and then you can see all the greenery out there as well. And then of course I added more greenery here in the windowsill, my little succulents. Boots in his little bed and all his toys that he makes a mess with are here. And then over here I have more plants. I added this fireplace mantle here. Oh gosh, I just love it so much. Before it was just like 2 chairs here, a little mirror of some sort, and it just looked really, really plain. And then I had this thought to just add a fireplace mantle. And it doesn't have to, of course it's not a functional fireplace, but just the look of it just adds something beautiful to look at. And then I added these plants in front of it. I was going to go ahead and put like a little something in here just to make it, to fill it in like faux brick or something like that. But I haven't decided if I'm going to do that or not. I don't know. I haven't fully committed, clearly, because it's not there. Maybe I will one day. I don't know. I got this mirror at Hobby Lobby. It was $100, but I got it with a, I believe I had a 40% off coupon, something like that. Either way, so that of course brought the price down. So I paid like 50 or 60 bucks for it. Love, love, love the look of this. I got these. I have 2 wingback chairs. I love wingbacks. They're awesome. I got both of these at Goodwill for 25 bucks each. And as soon as I saw them, I was with a friend. We were on our lunch break at work, and I saw them and I saw the price, and I literally sat in them, put my foot in the other one until she could go get her truck, so that I could basically purchase them, because I was like, these are coming home with me today. And I haven't figured out what they're going to be turned into just yet. So right now they just have slip covers over them from Sure Fit, and they fit great, like so well. I think eventually these are going to come out of this room, and I'm actually going to take them to my parents' house where they have a storage unit that I have tons of shit in. And I'm actually going to turn them into something else that's going to be really, really cool. And of course, you guys will, I'm documenting everything I'm doing. So you'll see that process later. But I think I'm going to turn them into something really fun versus really classic. I like when you take classic things and mix them with like an unexpected fabric. And I think that's what I'm going to do. It's probably going to be like a fall, winter project. So we'll see. I also have this TV stand. It's now a TV stand. This was previously a credenza. And it had like all these filing cabinets in it, or these filing things, and now I've turned it into storage. So I have like all my blankets in here. It gets really cold in here sometimes, and now I can't close the drawer. So I have blankets in here for when friends come over and things like that. My dad and I painted it this really, really pretty blue color. I got inspiration for this from a TV stand that I was going to purchase that was like $800, and I had just brought it home. I can't afford that. Like, I'm not paying $800 for a TV stand. I got this sucker at Red Collection for like $150, and I painted it myself with my dad. And here we are. I think it looks better than the $800 thing I wanted, but that's just me. I also have up here just, again, more plants. Just what it is. That's what I do with my life here. And then added this cute little sign, to be yourself, everybody else is already taken. It's really important for me. And then I have my little memorial section for my little baby Tippy. One of my best friends, she took this picture when she was taking care of my dogs one day when I was out of town. So she took this picture with her camera and had it printed for me, and then surprised me one morning and left it at my door. So I, of course, turned my little side table into my little dog Tippy's memorial area. So his picture and his little leash is on the picture, of course. And then I have a little plant here just to say that, you know, for me, he lives on. There's Boots again. So this room, oh, I forgot to tell you guys about the coffee table. Oh my gosh. So this coffee table I got from Bella's house in Burlington, North Carolina. It's huge and it's heavy as hell. It rolls, so that's one good thing because I can move it however I want it to be. If I want it closer to me as I'm working or eating in the living room, I can do that. Or if I want to push it in the middle of the room when I have guests and then put other chairs around it, I can do that. But this has a marble top. So need I say more about when I say it's heavy? It's heavy because it has a marble top. This thing is heavy, like heavy. Either way, but I still love it. I think it goes with the house great. One thing I have been having the hardest time with, as you can see, is all this blank space on the floor. I have had the hardest time finding a rug. One day I hope to find it, but as of right now, God knows. One day I'm gonna find it, but for now, just a naked floor. I have these little, oh God, what are these things called? Poofs. Oh my God, I'm losing it today. I have these little poofs over here in the corner if I have people over and I run out of seating. I can just throw these on the floor. And then of course I have my little cozy blanket on top of it just for the look. And then it just goes into like a big rectangular square, whatever you want to call it. And then as you come out the other side of the living room, you're back at the front door, hallway area. And then off the hallway, I have my guest half bath. You can see it here. I have painted it navy blue. This color is called Starless Night from Bear Paint. I just love how like dark and eclectic that it is. It's just so unexpected, but it still somehow flows with the rest of the house. So I don't know, I just love it. And I got this wallpaper from Target, the Opal House collection. It's a temporary, like a peel and stick wallpaper. So it can come down easily. If I ever decide to leave this home, I can take it down. I mean, that may deter some people from actually wanting the home. And then I added this cute little plant just to draw everything together. And again, I love plants, so gotta have plants in the house. One area that I absolutely love in this bathroom is this little corner here. I've had this set of plants and I've had this whole little plant thing that I put together. I've had that for a good 8 years, and it's moved with me from house to house. So of course it moved with me into this home. Here we are. It's in my bathroom. I think it just goes really well with the navy blue paint. I added a C because my name is Christina, Multifaceted Chris. This antique little candelabra I got at an antique store in Burlington, North Carolina, and then added these little candles that I've had to stock down forever to find something to fit in this thing because it's so old. I got this at Hobby Lobby. I never liked this. It's just for the aesthetics, but I love it. It was just like that antique gold color, and then I distressed it with silver chalk paint just to give it a little bit more, just a little more interest. So yeah, I love how it turned out. Again, I did most of all these projects myself. I absolutely love it. I mean, I think my home is beautiful. It's come a really long way, a very long way. So that's the main floor of my home. I wanted to make sure that I show you guys just a little something in addition to the pictures from Instagram of what my home really looks like. Of course, with Instagram, you can get the best angles and things like that. And so I really wanted to make a video just so you can actually see the flow of everything, see a little bit more in an authentic state. So this is just my first video for now. I'll have more videos later of the other floors. I'm blessed to have a 3-story townhome. So this is just the main floor. You'll see the upstairs floor and the downstairs basement floor. and 2 additional videos coming soon. So yeah, maybe next Saturday, because I do things on Saturdays. We'll see. Again, Multifaceted Chris here. My Instagram handle is Multifaceted Chris on Instagram. Also Multifaceted AF, because that's me. I am. And then what else am I supposed to say on here? Like, subscribe, comment, all those things. So yeah, until next time, guys, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Like, for real, for real. I work really hard on making sure this home is beautiful, and to be able to share it on Instagram 4 years later is, or not Instagram, this is YouTube, whatever. To be able to share it 4 years later is really awesome. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.